Hey, Shalom, this is Brother Yuan. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity, all right? May the blessing of election be upon your house. Today, I want to talk about this word decadence. And decadence, it describes America and its people, all right, to the T. Now, you look up the definition for the word decadence, it says what? A moral or cultural decline is characterized by excessive indulgence in pleasure or luxury. And everybody, especially, those in the younger generation, in my generation, are obsessed with luxury, living a certain lifestyle. Um, they hate laborious work, which the scriptures, say the opposite. Um, they don't want to earn anything. You even see that with some young guys that come into the truth. They just want to be They want to be this master teacher when it took time for those who taught us to get to certain levels and understanding and mature and grow. You're not supposed to want anything in a microwave, okay? Because if you when you get something in a microwave, the foundation of the lessons along the way, the experience, and all that Rob Lab always goes into it to be tried out. You miss out on those things. Okay, you don't want to get this thing in a microwave. You want to take your time and grow. But you see guys, they get puffed up and then they end up falling out and losing all the oil that they had at one point in time because they wanted to be the guy. They wanted to make this thing, seem glorious in a carnal sense. All right. Our riches are built in the kingdom of heaven. Okay. But decadence, man, that moral decay. Okay. When America was first started, it was some of the things that were uplifted here was, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. All right. Hearken unto the Most High. Now, they were doing it in wickedness, of course, but there were certain things that were upheld. Family was upheld over generations since the Greatest Society, acts and laws that were pushed during the 1965. The decay of the family has been strategically disannulled. The foundation of family has been eroded over time. Masculinity has been eroded over time and looked at as something that is detrimental. It's always been painted in a horrible light. All right. So that's why you're seeing this big rise when people are trying to cling on to masculinity, cling on to, hey man, we're men, let's be men. All right. But let's go let's get some start off with this precept here. Because the people that are in power are doing this because they want the people to be in the lowest spiritual state they can be in, the lowest mental state they could be in, okay? So that they could enforce their wicked decrees, so that they could force their vibration and they could follow through their plan. They want to establish a new world order to where they're like the Most High. Okay, let's go first. Let's go to Sirach 10 and 1. It reads, a wise judge will instruct his people, and true wisdom is the wisdom of the Most High. Now, here it is. You have a country that swears in on the Bible and its courts, and all their laws and decrees are contrary to it. All right? A wise judge will instruct his people, all right? And the government of a prudent man is well ordered. And a prudent man is somebody he's thinking steps ahead. He's thinking about the future. He's thinking about the end of his actions. Verse 2, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And we know who the earth has been given. We know Job 9 and 24, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. All right. We know that, like it says in Habakkuk 2, that his spirit is not upright in him. He's a perverse man. He was made to be contrary to righteousness. So if the person that's in the rulership seat is contrary to righteousness, what? All the people down there that are in authority, that are in power seats, that he set up, they're gonna come with that same vibration. Okay, they're gonna push vibrations of death. Everything that's being pushed, the moral conduct, the way of life, what's right and what's wrong, all the things that are being pushed in the society are things that the Lord tells us lead to death and destruction. Verse 2 again from the top. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And we're seeing that these people wax worse and worse. This devil, he's getting closer to his final agenda, man. He wants to usurp the throne of the Most High. All right? Let's go to Jeremiah, the 15th chapter, and we'll start at the top as well. All right? Jeremiah 15 and 1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind cannot be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. So a lot of those same spirits that were continuously rebelling, continuously coming against the Most High. You got to think, man, in Exodus, when the Lord did those majestic acts, what were our people doing? They were murmuring. Every time they went without water for a couple of days. Oh, Moses, did you bring us out here to die? We were better off in Egypt. That's their mentality. Even the Lord showed all these great wonders. He delivered them. He promised them their own land, and they will establish their own thing. They wanted to cleave unto their oppressors. So 2/3 of our people, as prophesied, and prophecy is what separates the scriptures from anything else, because people argue down. You can tell them the truth, and they'll come up with this and that. But when things are coming to pass, that cannot be argued. When the scriptures say, hey, this is going to happen, and then it happens, there's no arguing with that. And there's no other book that does that. There's no other book that has the futurism in it, right? The true futurism. You know, ITR, those guys, you know, basically, they're not only are they against Yahweh Shah, but they're against prophecy. Okay? Verse 2, Jeremiah 15 and 2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, and this is what's going to happen. 2/3 of our people, as the plagues, as the conditions of the earth that were prophesied and that we bring out all the time, how there's going to be famine and pestilence, how this devil's going to be seeking Israel's life and to destroy them in all different types of fashions. Once that thing is prevalent, it's in their face, they're going to be seeking for an answer. The same men that they were scoffing at, the prophets, they're going to be looking for answers. They're going to be like, oh man, what do we do? What were you guys saying? You guys said this would happen. What do we do? They're going to be looking for an answer. We might go to Daniel 12 as well, right? Let's start at 2 from at the top of 2 once more. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, such as are for the sword to sword, and such as are for famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. It's going to come a time, man, where the Lord's not going to have his men speaking anymore. And it's going to come a time for us when it's going to be ill-advised. Once we're all taken off the streets, it's going to be ill-advised to be just openly, you know, having conversations with people. Because you got to remember, there's going to be people, they're going to be looking to seek to destroy the men of the Lord. There's going to be bounties on the men of the Lord's heads. So it's going to come a time where we might, the Lord will put the spirit on us to be like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Nah, that wasn't me. You know? All right. So death is going to come to them. The sword, all right, because the devil's going to be rolling. He's going in the midst of the war. There's going to be great killings going on, man. Not only from the government, but from just ordinary Edomites and other nations. Brothers always bring up the Purge. I think one of the Purge movies, it was a government funded group that was killing off a bunch of the people. Was that the Purge or was that Brunswick? One of those movies, man. Also says what? What, sword, death sword, famine. This food shortage is already happening. And those are manufactured. There was an article that we I forgot, was it Elder Yashawamba or Elder Makama? Did he put up? I might have to find it and put up, but the article was saying that the administration said what? They're going to be shortages until everybody takes their jump shots. So it's something that's manufactured. And when people are hungry, they'll do anything, you know, to have a sense of normalcy, to have food. When people are starving, they'll do whatever. They're easier to control, man. So you're not gonna just be able to go buy food. You can't. It's laws against growing food in your backyard in residential in the inner cities. They paid the farmers to destroy their crops over the past few years. Bill Gates has been buying up all the farmland. All right. So there's not gonna be any food that you can just go have easy access to, and the government's gonna step in and say, hey, well, we have food, and before you're able to get that food, what's gonna be the access code to it? They gonna intertwine those two, and if you don't have that, man, off to the re-education, the concentration camps. That's what's and many what how do I say this? This Edomite, many Edomites have written in books and spoken on years past, just like us, saying, hey, these are the things that's going to happen if people keep relinquishing control to the government, to the wicked. The book I read in high school and in college, in college we read it. We touched on it in an even deeper fashion. But the book 1984 by James Orwell, you know, very vivid depiction of where society is headed. Now, it said what? Death, sword, famine, and captivity. You know, again, mentioning the camps that they're going to be sending people to. All right, verse 3. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord. The sword to slay, the dogs to tear, and these animals, they're going to be changing their places. They already are. Seen a video the other day of it looked like a polar bear in Texas. I don't even know how. Unless it got from a zoo. I don't even know. But we're going to start to see some strange things, man. And this is all biblical prophecy. All right, this is Jeremiah 15:3. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord. The sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy. Now, we know that all of the different captivities and judgments our people went through, what's going to happen here in America, which is Babylon the Great, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, according to the word. We're getting ready to experience a far worse judgment, far worse times than any time documented or undocumented, man. Matthew 24:21, Daniel 12:1. All right. So that's just strike fear in people. But as you know, we have a severe lack of fear for Yahweh Shah. So these people, they don't have the wisdom. The beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord, and they don't have it. All right. This is Malachi 4:1. So let's also talk about, you know, after this judgment is going to be restored in a particular fashion. They always put in these movies and these dystopian shows, like there's just going to be like people just, it's going to be like a power grab. It's going to be a scrambling for power, and this people, no, the kingdom of heaven is going to be established through the Most High Son, Yahweh Shai. But let's go to Malachi 4 and we'll read verse 1. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. All right. So during World War III, this place is going to be nuked. This place is going to be burnt with fire. Let's go to Isaiah 9:5 real quick, because World War III is prophesied in the Bible, but it's a particular fashion in which World War III is going to be fought. All right. You go to Isaiah 9:5. It says what? For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Right. Guns going off, cannons, men screaming. Okay. People losing limbs, garments rolled in blood. Right. And garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So the way that this battle was going to be fought, this Third World War is going to be fought, is going to completely be separate and different from all the other previous wars, because it's going to be ICBM missiles are going to be used. You see? Now let's go back to Malachi, the 4th chapter, 1st verse. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. Okay, and this America is the epicenter of pride. The people, the rulers, the puppet rulers that they have here, and the elites, man. This is where they push that vibration upon the earth, where they push their perverseness. Okay? And all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And all that cometh, Salaki, and the day cometh that shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither a root nor branch. But unto you, and this is the number that, this is the lot that we hope to be a part of, man. Verse 2. But unto you that fear my name, shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings. Who is this person arising with healing in his wings? Is it the whole nation of Israel? No. This is Yahweh Shai. This is the Son who all things were bestowed unto him, man. All right? Shall arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall, man. So the earth is going to be renewed, okay? Peace and all these loftily terms that people talk about that they strive for on this side, which is not going to be obtained here on this side, are going to be obtained in the new heavens and the new earth, man. Through Yahweh Shai and the elect governing the earth. All right? And it's going to be a 1,000-year period, man, where it's going to be rough for a lot of the other nations. That's just what it is. You never get peace. You never get long-lasting peace without, great war, man, great conflict. And we're about to have everlasting peace. So that means you're going to have the greatest war and conflict. All right? I'm here to pick my Eve up from work, and I just stepped out the car, man. I said I'd do a quick lesson. So it's probably one more precept, and then we'll head up out of here, man. But this is Proverbs 10 and 23. All right? But like I said, there's a severe lack of fear for people. These people are foolish. And they're getting ready to realize just how foolish they are. And that's why we always love bringing out Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, because that's going to be that I told you so moment. There's already been I told you so moments. You see with the jump shot and, Vanessa, all the things that the C theory people said that we were saying turned out to be what? Turned out to be true. Turned out to be exactly what we said it was. Wind blowing pretty hard here. All right, turned out to be exactly what we said it was. There we go, fix that a little bit. There you go. But it's Proverbs 10 and 23. It reads, it is a sport to a fool to do mischief. Our people, they uplift folly, man. And it's like, you got a guy that trains all year round at a specific craft, at a sport, waking up early, thinking of new ways to better himself. Our people wake up early and they have a great determination to do mischief, to do folly, to do things that are carnal, that do not grow their spirit, that actually, they just wax worse and worse in wickedness. They got Michael Jordan focus when it comes to do wickedness. But when it comes to do, hey, like the scripture say, my people are wise to do evil, but to do good they have knowledge. I'm paraphrasing. Proverbs 10 and 23. It is a sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding hath wisdom, man. You're going to seek out, the counsel of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Don't get caught up in this bullshit because it's temporary. Don't get caught up in worldly concerns, man, because it's going to be gone. And when it's gone, it's going to be gone. And none of that is going to benefit any of us. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. All right? So, hey, man, just a quick lesson. I stepped out the car. Lord willing, something was said. The Lord put spirit on me to say something that, got you going or inspired another lesson or put you in the right frame of mind, man. Lord willing. So, with that being said, I'm going to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakadash. I'm going to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I'm going to say shalom to all the brothers. And, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity, man. America epitomizes decadence. A great moral decay. And that is a telltale sign, one of the telltale signs to the end of a society. This place is circling the drain, man. Repent before it's too late. Shalom.